Okay, now let's gonna talk about polymorphism. Check my audio. Okay, we covering here, right? We inherit from a superclass or parent class properties from that to the subclasses, right? Correct. Okay, now polymorphism. Let me show you a definition about polymorphism. So, in my words, polymorphism. So it can take different forms, right? Polymorph, right? So the key for polymorphism is that we can have one variable that we can use for a parent class and we can use to represent subclasses as well. So we can represent different subclasses, okay, with one reference variable. It's a little crazy. Let me see the definition here. If two methods have this overriding, sorry, polymorphism should be here. The ability to take different forms. In programming, the ability of the reference variable of a given class to reference objects of that class or of any subclass of the class, like this. Let me show you. Here, see this UML diagram. We have the class animal here. That is going to be the superclass. And we're going to have subclasses, dog and cat. As you see here, the animal class have show species and make sound. So when we code show species, we're going to display we are a regular animal. If we code make sound, let's going to display grrr. Sounds and species for a general animal, right? Okay, now here, the class dog, okay, the class dog is gonna be a subclass. So when we code dog, we're gonna put inside parentheses, remember, animal. Same thing that we did student parentheses, where we created resident student parentheses student. When we create a class, the same thing here. Class dog parentheses animal. Okay, so when we're doing this kind of things, we're going to inherit show species and make sounds. So show species here, it's gonna use show species from animal. So we're gonna reuse this method, and we're gonna pass that we are a dog. So we're gonna set, instead of to set I am a regular animal, you're gonna, when you execute show species, you're gonna reuse that, but pass that you are a dog. So you're gonna display I am a dog. And then make sounds, instead of to display grr, you're gonna say woof woof, for example. Okay, so this make sound is gonna override completely the make sounds. However, show species, we can pass that we are a dog here and reuse these methods here, show species. Same thing for cat. We're gonna display show species. We're gonna use show species from animal, but pass that we are a cat. So we're gonna display I am a cat. And when we execute make sounds, we're gonna use their own make sounds method here to display meow, right? So what happened here? that what's happening here is that you see here, you have show species, show species, show species, you have make sound, make sound, make sound. So how Python or Java, for example, any other programming language is going to take the decision to see which methods we have to execute? Well, it's depending of the variable. The variable is going to point to a dog, to a cat, or an animal. Depending on this variable, that Python is going to be able to execute the correct method. Let me show you here in the example here to clarify that. Python file. Let's gonna create the class animal. Okay, this is the superclass, right? And it's gonna define the needs, right? And here is the trick part. Since I know that it could be a regular animal, or could be a dog or a cat, let's gonna create a parameter there. For example, species. So I can receive that I'm gonna be a regular animal, I'm gonna be a dog, I'm gonna be a cat, or whatever animal you want. Okay? An extra parameter. So we're gonna have here the attribute self dot is gonna make private, right? Species equal the variable species. Okay? So when we create an animal, we can specify that we are a regular animal, we are a dog, or we are a cat. Okay? Let me see if I share it correctly on my screen. Yes. Okay. Now, what can we do? Remember? Show species. It's going to define show species. When we execute the show species, since this is the method for a regular animal, we're going to display, right? I am a regular animal. Okay? But instead of to set I am a regular animal, I'm going to set I am a comma. And here, for example, I can set I am self species. Oh, okay. Got it. So you want to make that a general method so the subclasses can reuse that. Yes. See here, when we create an animal, we can receive the species. Should be an animal, a dog, a cat, or whatever. Whatever we receive here, animal, dog, cat, is going to be set in the attribute species. So show species, now, when you execute that, it's going to print I am whatever you assign when we create the object. Animal, cat, dog, whatever. I am, right? Uh, como if you want. I am a dog. Okay? You want, you can use single quotation mark. Don't confuse. Okay. Now, how is going to be the make sound? Okay, so make sound is going to be something unique because the sound is going to be "Grr" for a regular animal, woof, woof for a dog, meow for a cat, right? So here, let's going to print something unique this, uh, for the class animal. Okay, so it's going to define in the same file the other subclasses. We can create in different files, but to visualize much better, just going to create here the class dog. How can I say that the class dog is a subclass of the class animal? Animal, inside parentheses, right? Okay, and now we define the initializer, right? That's going to be really easy. Okay, when you call the initializer, what we're going to do now? Remember, call the initializer that is in the superclass, right? So it's going to be animal dot init. Okay, so self, right? I copy what is in the is here, right? Self. And now we're gonna pass, since we know that we are a dog, we're gonna put here dog. So as you see, we are reusing the code. So we code one time this initializer method or constructor. And here, when we create a subclass in the initializer, we use what we already code here in the class animal, and pass dog. So a species is going to receive dog and set the species as a dog. Beautiful, right? You see how you're going to reuse your code, and avoid writing many lines, repeating code. Now, what happens if we define the make sound? When we define the make sound, remember, this is going to be something unique because dog have a specific sound, right? Not all the animal bark, right? So, woof woof, right? So print woof woof. Okay, beautiful, right? Override method animal. See that? So here we are overriding make sounds. So it's mean that this method override the method make sounds. I don't want that. I want to create my own make sounds. This is overriding. And now let's gonna create a class cat, right? Sorry, class cat, right? Animal. Why I did write animal? Because it's gonna be a subclass, right? And same thing. That's gonna define the init. How it's gonna be the init? Whatever is in animal. Okay, and now I have to type here, right, self, and what is the parameter that I'm gonna pass? Instead of dog, now I'm gonna pass cat. And that's it. So when we create a cat, we're gonna use the initializer from animal. We're gonna pass cat to species, and the species attribute is gonna be a cat. So we're using the attribute species from animal, right? making a dog or a cat, whatever is the subclass. uh, we're going to define the make sound, right? Okay. And what we're going to print here? We're going to print meow, right? Meow. This method override what is in the superclass. So it's look like the play chess. So I don't want the play chess from my dad. I want to create my own play chess. Override completely. Of course, you can add it instead of to override completely that. Uh, just gonna do that simple. So we have now the class animal with the subclasses, right? So let's gonna test if that work. Okay, so let's gonna go here and create a new Python file. Let's gonna create animal poly test. Okay, here we're gonna import what? Animal, right? And then let's gonna create our first animal. It's gonna use animal dot animal, and you wanna create a regular animal or a dog? First regular animal, right? Okay, I creating a regular animal. I'm gonna pass regular animal to species. So a species attribute is gonna be regular animal. So if you use show species, you're gonna display I am a regular animal. Make sound is gonna be girl. Gonna test animal dot show species first. Animal make sound. Let me print a blank line because I planning to write here more code. What's happening? I am a regular animal. Girl. Perfect. So dog. Let's gonna create a dog. Animal? What? Yes, animal. The class is animal, right? But now you decide to create a dog. Okay, so you're gonna execute dog, calling the initializer that exists in animal and pass whatever. Oh, dog. You're gonna pass dog because you had coded that here. Perfect. So you just create dog. Like this, internally you have the word dog that we're gonna pass. So you can use dog that show species, dog that make sound. Let me add another print. And let's gonna see what's happening now. Yes, I am a dog. Whoop, whoop. Beautiful. See that? That is amazing, right? So using animal, you can use a dog, you can use a regular animal, and also you can use a cat. Cat equal animal dot. Let me create a cat. I am the cat. Okay, and now cat dot show species, cat dot make sound. You'll see I'm gonna run more, but just in case. And let's gonna print. I am a cat, meow. So this is how inheritance and polymorphism work, right? As you see here, we are using the parent class animal, and then we are using the make sound to override that. However, show species, we're gonna use show species here. See that? Where is show species here? I don't have show species in dog. I don't have show species in cat. Yep, but however, you are able to use dogs that show species. Professor, but I don't have dog show species. Yeah, but you have show species here in the parent class. Hold on, professor, but show species should be for animal. Yes, but see show species here. I, Ian, a, whatever you said in species. Professor, but the species is for animal. No, just not for animal, because for dog and cat, we use the animal initializer to create a dog. Here, to create a cat. So we don't have the method show species in the subclasses. Here, we don't have the attribute species in the subclasses. Everything is in the superclass. But we were able to create dog and cat using polymorphism. That is amazing. So let me do last example of polymorphism that you're going to notice that is going to be more intense with this example. With this example, I want you have your attention and good motivation. But now let's gonna make a little harder. Let's gonna call poly demonstration. Okay, let's gonna import animal. Okay, and let's gonna define the main. Let's create the main here. Okay, because we're gonna create another method. Let's gonna create an animal. Okay, using the class animal. That animal. We have to say yeah, a regular animal, right? Now let's gonna create a dog. Animal dot dog, right? Let's gonna create a cat. Animal dot cat. Perfect. Now let's gonna do something here, something nice here. Let me see. Okay, so now let's gonna create an additional method here. Show animal info. And let's gonna receive here any creature here. You're gonna be how flexible is polymorphism. Now, creature that okay. And let me do something here. Show animal dog. Okay. Show animal info, right? Show animal info dog. Let me see if I make that work. Let me poly demo. Let me run that. Okay. So here I gonna pass here show animal info. I gonna pass the dog. What is the other one? Oh, this is the test. Yes, run police. One second. Let me do something here. Yeah, something is sticky here. Um, Hold on a second. Let me clean my Python here because it's a little crazy. Let me close. Let me open again. It's loading. Okay. I am a regular animal. It's here. Okay, here we go. See that? Oh, this is why I'm getting that. Okay, just import animal. Let me run. Should be empty now. Empty. Now show animal info passing a dog. I am a dog. Okay, perfect. If I pass a cat, wow, nice. If I pass animal, I am a regular animal. Got it. This is the error. I am a. I am a. And we're passing here. I am a regular animal, right? So we can fix that, right? Yes, work around. Raw animal info. Name. I got it. Yeah, I know what I do. Here. Don't fix that. Okay. Cat. I can modify the constructor. Okay. So what happened here? You create an animal, you create a dog, a cat, and then you can create a method, show animal info, that receive any creature. So we pass here cat, we can pass here dog, whatever, and creature show species and also creature make sounds. It's gonna work depending of the animal that you're passing here. I am a dog. Woof, woof. Got it? So can do regular animal. Uh, Mm, animal, right? So here, I am a regular animal. Girl. Yeah. Okay. Fixed. So now, as you can see, you can use a method to receive any creature. And depending of the creature that you are sending, cat, dog, whatever, that is going to work. But you can improve that as well using is instant. For example, if is instant, if the creature that you are receiving is defined in your class animal, you can execute a code. Otherwise, you can print that is not an animal, for example. That is not an animal. Get it? However, if I pass here cat, if I pass here dog, so is instant of is gonna recognize is the creature that you are receiving here. It's gonna be part of the animal that you define here. So you pass any other thing that is not defined in the class, the subclasses, you're gonna get that is not an animal. So this is how polymorphism is really powerful. As you see, with one method, we were able to detect if the instance exists, animal, dog, or regular animal. Aside from that, we were not called, so we can say that is not an animal. That is not a student. That is not a resident student. That is not a community student. Got it? So this is a beautiful thing of polymorphism. So I hope this video helped you to understand polymorphism. Yeah, remember, superclass, subclasses, subclasses are going to be able to override some methods in the superclass and use the method that we define, like show species there. So you can reuse that. And depending of the instant of, in this case, the animal, could be dog, cat, or regular animal, you can display what kind of creature is that. Instead of to create a lot of code, this is an animal, this is a dog, this is a whatever, here, you detect that with that is instant or is instant. So it's really nice feature. Okay, then stop the video.